Thomas Tuchel's done an incredible job so far as England manager in terms of creating a team spirit and a winning environment that's got England to the semi-finals of the World Cup. But one thing still doesn't sit right with me. Not at all. And that's his treatment of Kobbie Mainoo, not necessarily as a football player, but as a person. I don't agree with how he's treated him this summer whatsoever. And I really, really feel sorry for Kobbie Mainoo. Now, if you're somebody that's gonna come on here and do, oh, he's not good enough, he deserves to be on the bench, shouldn't be in the squad, he's crap, he's this. I don't care. Shut your mouth and keep scrolling. Come off my video. For Kobbie to be 21 and already have had two managers in his career that have basically just disregarded him and not used him when anytime he's been given a consistent run of games for Manchester United or for England, he's performed at a very high level. Under Eric Ten Hag, he was very good. Under Michael Carrick, second half of last season, he was so good that he forced his way back onto the England team. For England in the last Euros, he was very, very good, one of the top performers in the knockout stages. But why do certain managers just choose to completely disregard him? I don't know. Now, like I said, England they've got to the semi-final, so you can't criticize Tuchel too much on the pitch. But for him to be on the bench watching Jordan Henderson get minutes over him is one thing, but to see four players who aren't natural players in his position come on in his position over him. I'm talking about Jude Bellingham being accommodated in the deeper role, taking him out of his position in the 10 where he's been so effective to play him deeper rather than bring Kobbie into the team. Reece James, a right back who's injury prone, he's coming back off an injury, getting minutes in midfield ahead of you. Yes, Reece James has played in midfield, so cool. Maybe you can even argue that one's fair, but Morgan Rogers has never played that position in his life. I'm saying Morgan Rogers played next to Elliot Anderson in a deep lying midfield two before Kobbie Mainoo enters the pitch. For me, that's gonna piss me off if I'm Kobbie Mainoo. Same with Eze. Eze has no business playing deep in midfield ahead of Kobbie Mainoo. No business. My biggest problem with Thomas Tuchel is literally why bring him? Why bring him to just tear down his confidence? Like Kobbie Mainoo isn't going to be enjoying this summer experience that he's having. His confidence is going to be hurt. His ego is going to be hurt. He's going to be thinking like, am I really like? He's going to be questioning himself, bro. And we've seen before he can get through these kind of tough moments. He's shown at United and came back and he was doing his thing again. But he's gonna be sitting there thinking, why are all of these people getting picked in my position ahead of me? They don't even play in my position, and that's down to Thomas Tuchel. Why bring him? If you have no intention of using him, if you have every intention of using every other possible solution that you can find within your squad to not put him on the pitch, why bring him and bring his confidence down to a level where he's going to be looking around thinking, am I actually good enough to be here? You shouldn't do that. For Cobbs, he could be on holiday right now. He could be back in Manchester United pre-season, rested, recovered, having spent time with his family, having spent time with his loved ones, ready to go and show everybody in the new season the levels that he can actually reach. Because clearly he needs to do more to prove how good of a player he is. But instead, he's stuck on a bench in America somewhere, probably looking around thinking, what am I doing here? Not really feeling part of the team because, like your lump here, if you don't get a minute on the pitch, you don't feel a part of it. Any success that England have this summer, he's not going to feel a massive part of it. He hasn't touched the grass. Like you look at Dan Burn playing 40 minutes in this tournament, he's going to really go home and feel like he played a part. Kobbie doesn't have that because Thomas Tuchel hasn't given him a single minute, even against Panama in a game where there was nothing to play for.